Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. In this episode, we are covering Invincible Season 2, Episode 1. Well, technically Episode 2, but we're big Invincible fans. We have a lot of thoughts on it. I can't wait to discuss. Akram, take us away.
Yeah, let me tell you, this is one of my favorite animated shows that has come out recently, and it even inspired me to read every single comic book and spin-off. So definitely, if you guys have questions, I got you guys covered. Yes, what a great story. And to start us off, of course, we are kind of thrown aback with what's going on. It seems like Invincible's a bad guy. What's really going on? And then we get introduced to the character of Angstrom Levy. And yeah, he's definitely a contender. And I can't wait for you guys to see what he's going to do to certain characters. That you'll be really shocked. If you were shocked with Invincible Episode 1 and then the last season finale episode, you're definitely going to be shocked in this season. So let's get your thoughts, Dylan.
Well, first of all, that whole intro gave me like Days of Future Past vibes with the whole like destruction of the city with Omni Man and Invincible. And at first I was like, what was going on? Like, why is Omni back like all of a sudden? So it was really cool to see him back. I know we'll probably see him again like later in the Mark's reality, right? That was really cool. I love the whole setup. I think this takes place like a month or a couple months after Chicago. So I love that song that they played. Well, Mark, he's going through a lot of stuff. Obviously, he's had traumatic experience, and he kind of has like the self-hate because he's like afraid that he's going to be like his dad. But he's also trying to, I was almost said pay reparations. He's trying to redeem himself by doing various acts of like superhero stuff. He's trying to get more out of Cecil to give him some more superhero action. We saw also the new I almost said Guardians of Godolkin. See how much like Prime influences with me. Guardians of the Globe, they're kind of like back in action, but now we have Immortal kind of leading the group, and we also have a new character called Bulletproof. So why don't you give us your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, so that was really cool, that song Karma Police by Radiohead. I love Radiohead. I think it matched so well. And then that whole sequence in the comics, see, the thing is, after what happened with Omni Man, he felt very, in a way, kind of, he was done dirty. I mean, that's his dad at the end of the day. That's his hero, right? And so from that, there's like this certain anger that's inside of him, and that will bleed eventually out. And he can treat certain people really wrong eventually, and he has to learn how to control that. And he also does this kind of Spider-Man 2 thing where it's like the symbiote makes me a better Spider-Man. With Invincible, it's like, well, I need to be a better superhero, but it's a long road, and there's a lot of other people that's stronger. The great thing about the comics is like, you think Invincible is really strong. There's people who's actually stronger, and it's not until he faces the absolute devastation of like what's going around and around him and getting beat to hell, that's where he unlocks his like true strength. And it's kind of like this Dragon Ball Z anime thing.
I was gonna say, it sounds like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and it's absolutely it's in part inspired by that, and it's absolutely amazing, and we're definitely going to see that here. Bulletproof's another character that in the comics, I won't spoil much, but his suit does look pretty similar to Invincible. I wonder why. We may see that a little bit later, maybe in season 3. I don't know. Yeah, that was cool. Having Immortal back is a little weird. They kind of like rushed that. I was hoping they did it in a traditional sense, or like paid more attention to the source material. But again, Robert Kirkman is directly involved with this, so I just love how they twist it, and in some elements they improved it. Like in the first season, just Omni-Man taking care of like all the Guardian of the Globe members, right? That didn't really happen in comics like that, and they absolutely improved on it in season 1. So I'm sure there's going to be something huge that they're going to change a little bit later on, especially the Angstrom. They changed his character pretty much too. Same motivations, but they changed his character, his origins, which I thought was really interesting. But nevertheless, I think it'll serve the greater purpose a little later on. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be introduced that, of course, we have no information on. So just going off the show itself, I think it's going to be a slow crawl. And I really feel like this show seems like it's going to pick up more in like season 3 or 4. Like there's a lot of shit that's going to happen. That's why I don't even want to spoil shit, because if I even say a peep, even if a word is on the tip of my tongue, I can't even say it because like it ruins the shock.
Akram is the invincible lore keeper.
Yeah,
so
it's oh my god, it's absolutely great. But for the episode itself, I mean, we have a lot of cool voice actors making a return. They're awesome.
Oh my god, the voice acting list when I saw the trailer,
It's
I was
great.
like, it blew my mind.
It's
Like
a
how
lot.
many people are involved in this. I mean, you have Peter Cullen from Optimus Prime in this. Like, I think even Mark Hamill was supposed to be in it or something. So yeah, amazing first episode. I loved it. I think it was a good setup to where Mark's head is at right now, and he's kind of like rebuilding himself up from not just like a hero standpoint, from like a personal standpoint. Also, I love that scene with his mom too, where where she was talking with what was that?
Red Rush's like
Red
wife
Rush's
or
wife.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that it's good to like come back to certain characters too and check up on them and like see where their mindset, because Omni-Man pretty much affected the whole world, not even just like his own family too.
For sure, yeah.
So to see like the impact that he had, on everybody, I think that's so endearing. And yeah, Sam or Eve made a quick little cameo, but I think she was in the last season. She kind of like went off and did her own thing too. It's weird not to see her in the Guardians anymore, but I mean, at least we had her in that first episode. I love that Adam Eve episode, by the way. I thought it was so good.
That was good. I wish we did a review on that. Yeah, if you guys are questioning Sam's whereabouts, I'm not going to really spoil it, even if it's not like a big shock factor thing. But I think she's doing something. It's a noble cause in a different country. And for sure, I think this season we're going to go to space and we're going to go to different countries as well. So if you guys are worried about locales and whatnot, and there's a lot of fight scenes that maybe take place in the air, well, I think this season will have a lot of bombastic moments that take place in different universes and different countries and in space. So it's going to be a really epic season. I can't wait for you guys to see the rest of it. What would you rate this episode?
I'll probably give it a 8 out of 10. I still want to see a little bit more, but I think, like I said, it was a good setup. The music was good. Just the animation style. I love Invincible's style so much. It feels like it's like directly right out of the pages of the comics. And the voice acting, of course, is phenomenal. I love Steven Uniz as Mark. But yeah, I can't wait to see how it plays out. I know you probably already have some big theory. You probably know what's going to happen at the end. But as a newcomer to Invincible, I do like the surprise factor for me. But
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would rate it a 8 out of 10 as well. I think that it was a pretty good episode. Sometimes it felt a little bit slow here and there, or as if they're battling certain subplots really close to each other. So I worry that that's going to be, it's just, you have a lot of story to tell under like very few episodes. So it's kind of hard, and you have to cut out a lot of details. So they might struggle. Like season 1 was easier, but season 2, it gets a whole lot crazier and introduces a lot more things. So I wonder how and I don't know, they're splitting it up into 2 parts too. So I don't know how they're really going to tackle it. So good luck to them. Yeah, that is our review for Invincible season 2, episode 1. Again, as we said, now streaming on Prime. If you guys like this video, please actually like this video. If you are a veteran reader of Invincible, let us know your favorite parts of Invincible Season 2, Episode 1 down below in the comments. And be sure to check out our other playlists as well. You could expect a weekly review for Invincible every Friday. So without further ado, Dylan, please take us away.
Well, you heard it from the lore master himself. But yeah, guys, if you stuck around, leave a like, leave a sub if you enjoy our content. We do plenty of reviews. We did Invincible Season 1 a long time ago. That was like some of our Season 1 stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do plenty of content. If you enjoy us, let us know down below what you'd like to see us review as well. But until then, guys, thanks for having lunch with us.
See you guys.